So we just bought a wonderful camera, the Sony ZVE10. High quality 4K footage, 120 frames per second slow motion, Sony Cinema Live picture profile. It can do so many things. However, there's one big weakness lies within this small camera: the stabilization. It is a pain in the eyes to watch this unstabilized footage coming out from our dear ZVE10. These footages just look unprofessional, totally unusable. That is the exact reason why a lot of persons started calling this camera a studio camera, which it did really well with its oversampling 4K footage while sitting on a tripod. Of course, due to our budget issue, we bought this camera for vlogging and possibly for filmmaking purposes. Fortunately, the stabilization can be easily overcome, and here are 3 solutions to overcome it. The first is using a gimbal. The second is using the free Catalyst Browse software from Sony. The third one is performing the active stabilization within the camera. So today we are going to explore which method is the most stabilized one and which method is the best one for you. Compare these footages on the kit lens with different types of shot: product shot, landscape shot, tracking shot, and the last one is vlogging shot. I can do this all day. Right now, we are going to test out the landscape shot with the gimbal and also the handheld active stabilization and also Catalyst Browse. Let's go. Catalyst Browse, I'm walking very slowly. Right now, let's test on the vlogging shot for the ZV-E10 on the gimbal. So I can turn it on like this, so I can look at myself. So now I'm vlogging on the gimbal. So I'm using the internal mic of the Sony ZVE10. So this is me when I'm vlogging. So you can see the background and also my face. So I will walk a straight line. So it is so smooth walking on a gimbal with the Sony ZV-E10. Now I'm using a Catalyst Browse to vlog at 16mm. I'm walking at a very normal speed. And here are some extra tips. To get rid of stabilization issue, we still have the options to slow down our footages. Just shoot at a higher frame rates like 60 frames per second or 120 frames per second. Then we can slow it down to 24 or 25 frames per second, depends on your region. Once you slow down, the shake, the jerkiness, the jitter will just go away. And slow motion just seems a little bit more cinematic. But again, it comes with a cost. The ZV-E10 is really soft on 1080p. The Sony ZV-E10 even has a better 1080p quality despite being a 1-chin sensor camera. So after going through all the tests, which method will you use to stabilize your ZV-E10 footage? For me, it is going to be depends on the situation. For commercial work, I will use the gimbal. We have to use the gimbal for commercial work like events or weddings. Otherwise, it is going to be hell to catalyst browse all the footages. Imagine that one clip takes up 2 minutes and 20 clips is going to be 40 minutes. It is close to an hour. So editing and shooting is already time-consuming process. We don't want the extra workflow, extra burden, which will just lengthen our working time. And for vlogging, actually I prefer the standard stabilization. Even though it is jerky and not perfectly balanced, but I find that I can save a lot of time in post-processing and maintain a wide field of view. Most of the times, we are not just walking and talking to the camera. It is not 100% of the time. We still shoot a lot of B-rolls and still video, so the standard mode does help me to get more comfortable while shooting with the ZV-E10. And for the active stabilization mode, it has a 1.4 crop, so I will just use when I want to zoom in and punch in to focus on a particular subject, like persons or product B-roll shot. It's just when I want to emphasize on the importance of things, I will just zoom in. The stabilization in the ZV-E10 is definitely a weakness, but it is not a limitation. We can overcome it. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.